Good morning, everybody. We really appreciate you all being with us today to celebrate the rededication of the Murdy Community Center. I myself brought my children here. I've taken classes here myself. I know many of the people in the room can say the same thing. So this is very exciting for us, and we want to welcome all of you. Before we begin the program, I would like to invite Reverend James Pike up to give us an invocation or lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, actually, first.
Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we don't have this in the program, but would you like to just give us a brief invocation as well?
All right. Well, let us say a blessing. We give you thanks, God, for this space that's been renewed, for a place to gather our community, for a place to enrich the lives of our residents, for those who have led our city, for those who are continuing to renew the spaces in our city. We ask for your blessing and grace, and for our community to belong to one another and to grow in wisdom and maturity and strength. And we ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So I'd also at this point like to just acknowledge some special guests that we have in the room today. On behalf of Senator Tom Umberg, we have Field Representative Yahira Lachuka. Are you here? Okay, well, she's probably coming. And then on behalf of Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris, we have Robbie Labounty. Thank you, welcome. And on behalf of the Orange County Board of Supervisors, we have Chairwoman Michelle Steele, Director Tim Whitaker. There he is, right in front. Thank you, Tim. And from our City Council, we have Patrick Brendan, Barbara Del Glaze, Jill Hardy, and Mike Posey, and Mayor Pro Tem Kim Carr and Mr. Peterson could not join us today. I also would like to announce our Community Services Commissioners who are here with us today, Lisa Kemmerer and Reverend James Pike, who we heard from already. So, yes. Community Services Commission is obviously instrumental in anything that goes on in our park, so we really appreciate your service. I also want to welcome some key city staff and contractors who are joining us today. We have City Manager Oliver Chi, and where's Oliver? In the back, okay. Assistant City Manager Travis Hopkins, our Fire Chief Scott Haberly, our Community Services Director Chris Slama, and Public Works Director Sean Crumby. And from Pacific Rim, our architects on this project, we have Mark Anderson and Ulysses Arajo from Pacific Rim. So welcome all of you. Did I miss anyone today? Okay, very good. So Murdy Park holds, as I said earlier, a really special place in a lot of our hearts, but it's also a very important place for the city. Many firsts happened in this building. It is our first community center built in Huntington Beach, the first skate park in Orange County, actually, and now Huntington Beach's first bocce ball courts are here at Murdy. It was originally dedicated on September 15th in 1971, and remains a cornerstone in our community with a rich history, as I mentioned already. In 1912, the Murdy family moved to a 10-acre farm in Westminster, and John Murdy attended Huntington Beach High School, like myself and many others here as well, and was no stranger to recreation. He was the athletic editor for the school's newspaper, the manager of athletics on the student body committee, a member of the debate team and the tennis team, as was I in Huntington Beach, and a manager of the basketball team. He also loved the arts and held various roles in school plays. In 1922, he married his high school classmate, Norma Lorbeer, and that is the namesake for Norma Drive that we came in on this morning. I didn't know that before today, so it's neat to learn a little bit of history myself. John and Norma raised their family in a 9-room ranch house located on Heil Avenue and grew their farmland to over 100 acres, something else I hadn't known before either. As an adult, John was no less involved than he was as a student. He continued his community involvement as a member of the Huntington Beach Rotary Club, the Huntington Beach Toastmasters, and as Orange County's only state senator from 1952 to 1964. He also helped found the University of California, Irvine and California State University, Fullerton, and also served on the board of directors to create Hoag Hospital. So just a rich history from this man, some of which I knew and much of which I didn't. So no wonder we have this building, named after him in this park. It's very fitting that we have done that honor for him and his family. So in sum, Mr. Murdy was a local who made an outsized impact, not just within Huntington Beach, but within the entire county and beyond. But his contributions didn't end there. In 1962, Norma and John gifted the city the parcels of land that we are standing on right here today, appraised, believe it or not, at $3,600 at that time. That's hard to believe, for the development of this park and facility. In 1969, construction commenced on this community center, restrooms, and picnic shelter at a cost of $226,000. And since then, Murdy Park has largely remained the same until now. With the support of our community and the Community Services Commission, the Murdy Park Community Center this year received its first interior renovation since its dedication in 1969, and it certainly was needed. Those of us, my daughters came here, over 20 years ago, and I remember thinking it then. So we're really very excited, very excited to be here. And again, in this year of coronavirus and what it's done to our budget, it's very exciting to me and to all of us I know on the council that we're able to do this project and others that we're going to be, dedicating soon as well. In that it's really, really important to us that we do things for our community, that our money is spent on behalf of projects and activities that benefit our residents. So we're very excited about that. And at this point, to speak a little bit more in depth about the project, I'd like to invite up architect Mark Anderson of Pacific Rim to come and provide more information just about the wonderful improvements that we're seeing here today.
Thank you so much. There's often a comparison made between music and architecture, both having rhythm, proportions, and themes. Music, of course, is an ethereal thing. It's gone the very instant we've realized the beauty of it, while architecture has a chance to remain just a bit longer than that. But buildings aren't entirely fixed either. Without maintenance, buildings deteriorate and they fade away. We lose them. Even then, maintenance only extends the usable life. Here at Murdy Center, it was finally time for a more robust rehabilitation to occur. On this $780,000 project, which easily could have been over $1 million, we were blessed to have worked with city staff who had a clear understanding of their facilities, where the building systems were on the verge of failing, and the ways in which the building no longer supported the programs that the city was putting forward. To those ends, all of the lighting has been replaced, reducing the electricity consumption by 65%. All the windows have been replaced, similarly reducing energy consumption beyond those mandated by California's stringent Energy Code Title 24. The restrooms and kitchens have been redone, as has the interior circulation. Yes, there are new finishes throughout, and those are a new face to all of those materials. But there are also things that are done to allow these spaces to step forward and provide access to our older residents and individuals with disabilities. So we bring our facilities forward in those regards as well, while also improving upon how efficient the programs of the city are delivered. Ultimately, the goal here was to get the music going again. And I'm delighted here as Huntington Beach residents, we're able to turn the music back on and enjoy a few more years. Thank you.
I would like to invite our Community Services Commissioner, Lisa Kemmerer, to provide a few words as well.
Well, hi. We appreciate the opportunity to work with you guys. The Community Service Commission, which was established in 1965, was really about giving the community and its residents a voice and a liaison with the City Council so that we feel that your voices are being heard and ultimately we have a say in what's going on in our community. And so the goal is that they can make recommendations to City Council on development, acquisitions, renovations, beach and recreational facilities like this. So it's really nice to see that Murdy, which has been around for over 50 years now, has hosted so many classes and programs. My children were reflecting on that themselves when they were in their pre-teen, little 3-year-olds doing all the classes here. So it's nice to see that we've renovated and we're able to come together and bring it up to where it is today, and it's looking beautiful here. So we're really appreciative of what Murdy's done for the community. Things like the baseball diamonds and the school property changing up, and then ultimately allowing that expansion of the field and access for playing fields, which was much needed in the community as so many people need a place to go do their fields. But the big thing right now is that this 2020 year that Murdy is actually welcoming, like you mentioned, the first bocce set, or bocce courts, and then that, again, newly lighted athletic field, which is really, I'm getting comments all the time on that. So really exciting how this liaison and collaboration is working for us. And ultimately, through these renovations, the community service is really just trying to make it work individually with our community and the City Council to continue to see these things come to light. So we appreciate the City Council doing this for us. This looks wonderful, and we're excited to kick off this new renovation here for the community. So thanks for having us, and thanks for being a part of this.
Thank you, Lisa, again, to you and the Commission for all the work that you've done to help get us to where we are today. And there's more to come, which is great. At this time, I would like to invite up Robbie LaBounty from Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris's office, and he's going to make a few remarks.
Hi everyone, my name is Robbie LaBounty. I'm with the Office of the Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris, and I am here today to present a certificate on behalf of our office to the Murdy Center for all the work that they've been doing for the community here. And it's really exciting to see a place with decades of history continue to be able to provide back to everybody here in the community. So thank you for making this building look amazing again, and thank you for all the work that you're doing for Huntington Beach, and I will see you all on the bocce ball courts. Thank you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to playing some bocce ball here myself, And, my maiden name's Rossi, so the Italian sport, we like that. So also we have Tim Whitaker from Michelle Steele's office.
But as you know, the chairwoman, your supervisor in the 2nd District, Michelle Steele, very dedicated to open space and parks, recreation. She knows how important that is. The community development department and everything that they do. There's nothing more important and vital to a community than having great centers like this. Very appropriate on 2 fronts. First and foremost, I'm so glad on the supervisor's behalf that this is happening just before the end of your watch, Madam Mayor, because you've done some great things this year, and it's fitting that this takes place before you're done. As also Councilwoman Hardy, who's done such a great job for so many years. So it's great to see this take place while you 2 ladies are still at the helm, because you were instrumental in making this happen. So she knows that and doesn't want to make that any small deal. But she's looking forward to continuing to be supportive of this. She's very happy on behalf of the city, and she wants to make sure that if we don't have anything else between now and the end of the month, that she wants everybody to have a safe and blessed Thanksgiving, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, so again, I want to thank everyone for joining us, but I also don't want to forget to mention our own city staff that has worked so hard on bringing this project to where we are today. We have Chris Slama, our Community Services Director, and Sean Crumby, Public Works Director, Farhad Baluchari, how am I saying that? Say it right for me, would you, Oliver? Baluchari. Thank you very much. Parks Development Facilities Project Coordinator. And Ashley Wysocki for our Community Services Manager. Casey Thole, our Recreation Supervisor. Christy Franco, a Recreation Specialist in that. Thank you. So without your work and dedication, we wouldn't be here, and we know as this beautiful facility is now available to everyone that you'll be at the helm, making sure it all goes wonderful. We appreciate that. So without further ado, it is time for us to go ahead and cut the ribbon. So we will be going this direction. 4, 3, 2,